Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. How are you all doing today? It is Tuesday, April 2nd. Hopefully you got through April Fool's Day and everybody was not terribly terrible to you. I actually got through April 1st with nobody pulling any pranks on me, which is perfectly fine by me because I hate that. I don't like pulling pranks on other people and I don't like pranks getting pulled on me as well. So hopefully you made it through as well as I did. So how are you doing on your Topiramate journey if you are on Topiramate? If you've never been here before to my channel, welcome. I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because here on my channel, I am taking you on a little journey with me as I go down the Topiramate rabbit hole, so to speak, and I let you in on what I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing, and what's happening with me as I am taking the Topiramate for weight loss. If you are currently on it, I would love to have your comments down below as to what you're experiencing. If you've experienced any weight loss or not, you know, if you've had any side effects, what are they? How are you feeling? I just want us to have a nice community here to feel that we can have a place to go to be able to share our experiences and share any questions that, you know, anyone might have. And if there's something that maybe I don't have the answer for, maybe someone else in the group does have an answer for. So please, please, please don't be afraid to share anything that you might have. As for me, I recently weighed in and I'm actually down 36 pounds in total so far. And I went to the doctor, and I think I filmed since then. I went to the doctor for my 6-month checkup. You'll have to go back a few videos to find out that whole story, backstory. But I went back on the 15th of March to my oncologist. Had to have my blood drawn and a cervical check, and everything came back well. And at that point, I had actually gained a couple pounds, which I kind of attributed to, I bought a bag of Oreos. Yes. They're my favorite cookie of all time. Excuse me. There's no excuse. I have no excuse. It doesn't matter. They're my favorite. And that's just the way it is. I fell off the wagon, I guess. I just kind of had a craving for them, and yeah, I ate the whole damn package, all of them, every last one of them. No, not all in one sitting. I spanned it out over just a few days, but it wasn't that many days. But anyway, I gained a couple pounds there for a little bit, but the great thing was that I did not lose my mind over it. In the past, I would have like freaked and thrown everything out the window, because with weight loss, my whole entire life, I've always been an all or nothing type of person. It was do all of this hard work, all of the things with the food, all of the things with the exercise, everything all at once had to be perfect. If it wasn't, throw it out the window, if I, you know, and just go back to square one because I'm stupid and it wasn't going to work and that was the end and blah, blah, blah. It didn't happen that way for me this time. I saw that I'd gained a couple pounds and I was just kind of like, I knew that I'd eaten the Oreos and I was done with that, and it was like, okay, I was done. And so, but my doctor was like super thrilled at my weight loss. And I think I may have told you in the last video, I don't remember because I didn't go back to watch it, but I told her about our little community here, so she may be checking in on us. I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. But she was really interested in our Topiramate journey. and she had asked me how I felt and, you know, what I was experiencing. And I said, well, you know, I do this little YouTube channel and we're kind of on a journey together, you and I. So, hi, if you're out there, you know who you are. So, we're glad to have you here. Anyway, I was so excited because the scale was right on with mine at home. So that was really on. I'm sorry, guys. I am just extra bubbly today. I'm extra excited because I'm back talking to you guys. I've been a little MIA lately. I've just had some good things going on in my life lately, and I'm just not fully at liberty to talk about them yet. But in time I will, but just know that I've been in a really good place. So really been really happy the last couple weeks. So anyway, so when I weighed in the other day, I am at a total of 36 pounds down. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I was telling her that I haven't been sharing my weight loss with virtually anybody because I'm a bigger girl, and on someone who carries a lot of weight, and I think I've covered this before in videos, at least for me, you can't notice the weight loss right away. I've told an odd person or two, and I get that look like, oh, sure you have. Sure. Then I've had some reactions of, oh yeah, I can tell. It's like, oh sure, you're just being kind to me. I get it, you know. But so I'm just kind of just staying in my own little personal zone and enjoying the process. And so I hope that wherever you are, at whatever level you are at, I hope that you are enjoying the process as well. I did come across some information that I wanted to share with you today because I looked up some side effects for Topiramate, because I have had several of you that have written to me that are concerned, and some that are downright scared about some of the side effects that could take place. You know as well as I do, whenever you get any new medication, the pharmacist has to give you an arm's length of a list of, you know, here's all the things that could potentially go wrong. We hear it all the time when we watch TV, and you see all of these different ads where, you know, all of these things short of death, and sometimes including death, depending on the medication, can happen to you. And it can have a tendency to throw us into a tailspin, let's be honest. And so I wanted to share some of the things, what I found. I've got a list that I just printed off of a website, and I'm going to share with you of this list what I have experienced. I'm also going to share with you the dosage that they have, and they are referring to Topimax. For those of you who aren't aware, Topimax is the name brand. Topiramate is the generic brand. Topimax is the name brand. Topiramate is the generic. So I'm always referring to Topiramate, but they are referring to it as Topimax in this article. But what they constitute as an adult dosage, it's like I only take 1/4 of what they say, because I knew my limit. Okay, so here's the list that they give. This is not everything that I had ever experienced. This is their list, and then I'll share with you what I went through, and some things that I did to combat a couple of things. They talk of tiredness, drowsiness, dizziness, nervousness, numbness or tingly feeling in the hands or feet, which that, you know, was something that I had talked about. Coordination problems, diarrhea, weight loss. Yes, that's why I take it. Speech, language problems, changes in vision, sensory distortion, loss of appetite. A little bit of that helps with losing weight. Bad taste in your mouth, confusion, slowed thinking, trouble concentrating or paying attention, memory problems, and cold symptoms such as stuffy nose, sneezing, or sore throat. Now, there's a little bit more serious side effects, but I want to cover these like more mild side effects first. The tiredness, what I do is I take my Topiramate at night before I go to bed. To me, that is, for me personally, that's my smartest way of handling that, because then if I take it at night before I go to bed, if I'm tired, I sleep it off, and or a good portion of it, and I can deal with things the next day. It's not such a bad deal. The drowsiness, dizziness, I didn't have any of that. Nervousness, no, not nervousness, but anxiety was what I had kind of dealt with a little bit more so in the beginning, but that has tapered off. The numbness and tingling feeling in the hands or feet. If you watch some of my earlier videos, if you've been with me for a hot minute, you'll know that like up here in the tops of my hands, and also when it was really cold out, the tips of my fingers. But I rectified that by running under cold or warm water to warm them up, and that went away quickly. But this up here, that was the weirdest feeling. I don't get that anymore. When I took too much Topiramate, which I am currently taking 50 milligrams. When I was titrating or trying to decipher how much was my kind of sweet spot to take, when I was taking 75 and 100 milligrams, I was starting to feel tingly going up my neck and into my face. And I did not like that at all. Plus, it made me constipated when I took too much. So 50 milligrams for me was kind of my sweet spot. Coordination problems, I didn't recognize any of that. Diarrhea, no. When I took too much was the opposite. I was constipated. Weight loss, yes, I've lost 36 pounds to date. Speech and language problems, I can have those issues on a good day, so no, not really. Changes in vision, no. I wear glasses. I haven't noticed anything different with that. Sensory distortion, see the language issue there, saying that? No, sensory distortion, no. Loss of appetite, yes, to a point, yes, but I count that as a good side effect because that helps with me to control how much I'm eating. I don't eat as much as I used to. Bad taste in your mouth, for me personally, I have read where some people do have that as a side effect. For me personally, no, I did not experience that at all. Confusion, no. The slowed thinking, no. Trouble concentrating or paying attention, no. Memory problems, I've got a terrible memory on a good day before I ever even took the medication, so absolutely not. Cold symptoms such as the stuffy nose, sneezing, or sore throat, no. I do sneeze occasionally at work, but I run a printer quite a bit of the time, so I know that's kicking up a lot of dust off of the paper. So that's what I attribute that to, but I don't attribute it to the medication at all. Now they do talk in this article about unlikely but serious side effects if you were to take this medication that you need to contact your doctor about right away. Signs of kidney stones, which is severe back, side, abdominal, or groin pain, feverish, chills, painful or frequent urination, bloody or pink urine. I told you in the beginning this was going to be raw, real, informational. I want you all to be aware of, all of the facts you need to know. Other signs to let your doctor know. Unusual or sudden changes in your mood, thoughts, or behavior, including signs of depression, suicidal thoughts or attempts, thoughts about harming yourself. Rapid breathing, fast, slow, irregular heartbeat, bone pain, broken bones, loss of consciousness, or unusual bleeding or bruising. If you've lost consciousness, I think it's going to be a little difficult to tell your doctor at that point. I digress. Just throwing a little humor in there. But still, if that happens to you, when you regain consciousness, you need to tell your doctor. All joking aside, you need to tell your doctor. This article tells us that Topamax, or in my case, Topiramate, the generic, usual adult dosage is 200 milligrams twice a day. I had to swallow really hard at that because I take 50 milligrams once a day, period. It says drug interactions include, I can't even pronounce most of these words. I can't even pronounce them. So, but I will type them down below in the description because I can't. It says there are no adequate studies of Topamax or Topiramate in pregnant women, and it's not known if Topamax is secreted in human breast milk. Use during pregnancy is not recommended unless the potential benefit outweighs the potential unknown risk to the fetus. Topamax passes into breast milk and may harm a nursing baby, so consult your physician before you begin breastfeeding. So if you're taking this, you know, if you're using this during pregnancy, you know, you need to check with your doctor. If you're on this and you are thinking about getting pregnant, talk to your doctor. Or if you have been taking it and then you find out that you're pregnant, talk to your doctor. If you've taken it throughout your pregnancy with no harm, no foul, and then you are deciding to either pump, you know, to feed the baby the breast milk one way or the other, whether it's pumping or the actual breastfeeding, please consult your doctor. You want to be safe in all aspects. It says this is not a complete list of the side effects, and to call your doctor for medical advice, and you may report side effects to the FDA at 1-800-FDA-1088, and I will list that number down below as well. That's 1-800-FDA-1088. So I just thought it was important to share some of that information with you so that you would know. For those of you who are kind of still in question of, well, what are all the side effects? You know, what can happen to me? I've been thinking about this and I really don't know. I'm really kind of scared. And as you could see, all of the side effects that I listed, I'm not a physician and I can only speak from my own personal experience. The side effects that I incurred were very minimal, very, very minimal. So, but by law, they have to list all those things. Other people have had those things happen. So because everyone is affected differently, you have to be very conscious of your body and how it reacts. And that's why initially in the beginning, when you titrate, which anyone new to my channel, titrating is when they first start you out that first month, they give you 25 milligram pills. The first week you take 25 milligrams. The second you take 25 milligrams. The third week you take 3 pills. Fourth week you take 4 pills. And you have to pay attention to your body. Does my body do good on 1 pill, 2 pills, 3 pills, or 4 pills? And that's when I found out that mine was good on 2. And then my doctor eventually, because I did well on the 50 milligrams, she changed my prescription to 1 50 milligram pill. So, you know, again, work with your doctor. Talk to your doctor. They're not mind readers. They don't know how you feel, and that's why it's so vitally important that you have great communication with your doctor. I can't stress that enough. I know it's scary. I know that it can be debilitating to go in and have that conversation with your doctor. It's hard to have a conversation with your doctor about most anything, especially if maybe if you have some social anxiety or any kind of anxiety. It can be very scary. And I know, and a lot of times what's a good beneficial thing for you to do, what has been helpful to me, is to write down a list of questions before you ever have the day of your doctor's appointment, you know, and the days prior to your doctor's appointment. Make a list. Sit down, you know, or like when, you know, you might be out and about and you think, oh, I want to make sure I ask my doctor about this or that. When those questions come up, you know, if you've got an app on your phone, you can type in those things on your app. I wanted to ask about this. I wanted to ask about that. Most people have their phone on them. Then you can go, oh, hey, I had a few questions that I wanted to ask you, and pull up your phone and go, okay, and about this and about this. Also, sometimes what is helpful, if there's someone in your life that you have full and complete trust with, that you have complete confidence in bringing them with you to your doctor's appointment, sometimes that is a really good help. It's a good support to have somebody that can come along and sit in alongside you to not only be a comfort to you, but they're also another set of ears to hear maybe something that the doctor's saying that maybe you might not pick up on. It's difficult because when you're the patient, sometimes you don't hear everything, if that makes sense, because everything is about you and you're kind of overwhelmed and it's scary and you're only picking up part of the information. So sometimes it's helpful to have another person in with you. Also, don't be afraid to ask your doctor for resources, be that books or websites or what have you. You know, depending on whether or not you are techno savvy on the computer, you know, you can Google a lot of things, but there again, be careful when you're Googling things because you can scare yourself. So the best thing that I can tell you is to, again, consult with your physician and work closely with them and be honest and upfront and tell them everything that you're experiencing, because again, they can't read your mind. So with that, I just wanted to pop in here, and now I see it's almost 23 minutes later, but I really missed you guys, and I wanted to just take a moment while the dogs are outside enjoying the sunshine. I just got home from work and had a bite to eat, and I just wanted to say hey and check in on you guys, and hope and pray that you're all doing well. And again, please comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. Hopefully we're done with all the polar vortex of it all, of this winter. If you're in the tri-state area near where I am, I'm in Wisconsin. If you're in the tri-state area near me, we've finally gotten rid of the snow and the ice, at least most of it anyway. So I'll quit babbling. I pray that you are healthy, that you're happy, that you're safe. And I pray that you have peace in your life. Until we meet again, my friends, have a fantastic rest of your week. And I will catch you on the flip side. And don't forget, I started to do some car vlogs. Please don't forget to check those out, okay? Just because my video doesn't say Topiramate doesn't mean I might not sneak something in about Topiramate on those car vlogs too. You never know what I might be talking about in there. When I get out on the open road, who knows what I might be talking about. Check them out. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.